For years, dreamers, occultists, and New Agers have been attracted by the concept of Atlantis, the buried, island subcontinent frequently imagined as an advanced, utopian society harboring wisdom that may bring global peace. Atlantis is still widely discussed, as seen by the thousands of books, publications, and websites devoted to the subject. The search for Atlantis has cost many their lives and riches. Welcome to Moonjis, a place where you find all kind of facts and mind-twirling information that would make you realize that facts are much stranger than fiction. The origin of Atlantis. Unlike many myths and tales, the origin of the narrative of Atlantis is not lost to the mists of time. The Timaeus and the Critias, two conversations by Plato published around 360 BC, are credited as the first documented accounts of the event. The Atlantis portrayed by Plato was quite different from the Atlantis that is often imagined today. No one should look up to or try to mimic Atlantis. The so-called utopian civilization of Atlantis has flaws. In fact, Atlantis represents a corrupted version of a society that was once economically prosperous, technologically advanced, and militarily strong. The mythology of Atlantis in Plato's morality story focuses more on the city's heroic competitor Athens than on an actual underwater civilization. If Atlantis were to be discovered today, its inhabitants would likely strive to murder or enslave the rest of humanity. Ignatius Donnelly, a guy from Minnesota, is to thank for this, 1831 to 1901. In his book, The Antediluvian World, published in 1882, Donnelly, a congressman and amateur historian, stated that all of humankind's greatest cultural and technological achievements could be traced back to the mythical island, named by Plato, a concept called diffusionism. But Donnelly did more than just popularize Plato's account. He also contributed some of his own facts and concepts that are now widely accepted as truths about Atlantis. If you learned something new today, please support us by pressing that subscribe button and the bell icon because that inspires us to make more of such amazing videos every day. The Lost Continent. Despite its obviously fictional origin, many have speculated about the whereabouts of Atlantis over the years, insisting that there must be some reality behind the mythology. Many experts from all around the world have claimed to have found the lost continent of Atlantis using the same evidence. The Atlantic Ocean, Antarctica, Bolivia, Turkey, Germany, Malta, and the Caribbean are also candidates, each with its own unique sets of data and justifications. It is clear from Plato's writings that Atlantis is located in the Atlantic Ocean beyond the Pillars of Hercules. He writes, "For the ocean there was at that time navigable, for in front of the mouth which you Greeks call, as you say, the Pillars of Heracles, i.e. Hercules, there lay an island which was larger than Libya and Asia together, i.e. the Straits of Gibraltar, at the mouth of the Mediterranean." The Atlantic or anywhere else has been fruitless in its search for it. Plato, however, is crystal clear about where Atlantis is, for the ocean there was at that time navigable. For in front of the mouth which you Greeks call, as you say, the Pillars of Hercules there lay an island which was larger than Libya and Asia together. In other words, it lies in the Atlantic Ocean beyond the Pillars of Hercules is the Straits of Gibraltar, at the mouth of the Mediterranean. Yet it has never been found in the Atlantic, or anywhere else. The fact that no evidence of Atlantis has ever been discovered, despite significant breakthroughs in oceanography and ocean bottom mapping over the last decades, is perhaps the most damning evidence that it is a fabrication. For over 2,000 years, readers have been able to assume that the ocean's depths conceal a lost civilization or continent. It seems unfathomable that oceanographers, submariners, and deep-sea probes have overlooked a landmass bigger than Libya and Asia together. But there is still considerable uncertainty at the bottom of the world's seas. Additionally, plate tectonics disproves Atlantis by showing that the sea bottom has expanded rather than shrunk over time, as the continents have moved apart. There is nowhere deep enough for Atlantis to wash basin. Together, modern archaeology and geology provide an unambiguous verdict: there was no Atlantic continent. There was no great civilization called Atlantis. As Ken Fader points out, the geology is clear. There could have been no large land surface that then sank in the area where Plato places Atlantis. Ignatius Donnelly was convinced that the submerged metropolis existed and that one day museums all over the world will be stuffed with items from Atlantis to prove his claim. Yet, there has been no proof for over 130 years. Because of the public's interest in the concept of a utopia that was lost over time, the tale of Atlantis has endured. Yet, Plato's writings are where the lost city of Atlantis has always been. Do you think that Atlantis exists? If you like this video, a sub to the channel would be amazing, and share the video with your friends to show off how different this world has been. You can also visit our website www.moonjis.com for thousands of such mind-blowing content. See you tomorrow with more amazing content. Thanks for watching.